Hello Exiles, how are you doing today? I hope I find you well and welcome to a new video. So in this video, I just want to go over my last strategy. I've been farming Harbinger. I did a 50 map test to just find out how good it is, and boy, was I surprised. So let's get right into it. So firstly, I was running this strategy with two Harbinger Scarabs, one Obelisk, one Regency, and one Warhorns. Right, this is the scarves that I was running, so it's quite affordable, really. So let's take a look at the investment for the maps that we ran. So this is the setup that we're running. We had the Harbinger scarves, we had two, so I did 50 maps, so that'll be 100 of them. Then of Regency, of Obelisks, of Warhorns, and then Harby on bench, and then also I had 8 mod maps, Dunes. I still found these, but I decided still to add them on this list of investment for this session of farming. So I did use about 6 divines to get this setup running. Then for the loot, before we look at that, let's take a look. So I just want you to see what I'm talking about, things that are there, not just speculation pulled out of the air. So I did get 6 fracturing orbs. 2 of them were raw drops, and then I did get extra 4 shards. So 2 raw drops, the rest were shards. And then I did get 6 divines. 3 of them were from King's March, from the Mepas. So I've been throwing gold whenever I find some gold. I've been throwing it into the King's March. So the last 10 maps got me 130,000 gold, which is not so good, but also not so bad. Then I have some ancient orbs, some chaos orbs, and some orbs of annulments. Then of course some invitations. I did get lucky and drop 2 of these, and then I dropped 6 fortress maps. That is the most notable loot that I got on these maps. And then also not to mention these scarabs. All of these scarabs I dropped them, and the most expensive one would be, of course, the scarab of containment. That is the most expensive one. So let's take a look at Wealthy Exile. Right, we've got the fragments tab set to scarabs. For the scarabs only, there's 12 divines. Right, if we sync it, we should get 12 divines for scarabs. Yep, scarabs, 12 divines. And then the C tab, with everything, it's 64 divines, everything in it. But you see that fracturing orbs are underpriced on this one. So I would know what other things are underpriced here. So let's take a look at how much fracturing orbs are from this guy. So we need a fracturing orb, and then a divine orb right here. They're basically 6.8 divines, right, for per fracturing orb. And then fracturing shards would be, I just want to verify the pricing before we look at the loot. Fracturing shards be 68C, right? So let's take a look at the Excel sheet. The loot that we got, we had 124 shards. That would be 67 per. That would be 8,308 chaos. And then that's the chaos orbs, divine orbs, fortress maps, screaming invitations, eldritch chaos, all the scarabs. They're at 1,890 chaos from that World Excel shot. And then we have annulments and exalted orbs, Valdos in Valdos box. Right, I'm not adding everything in this tab, but some of them are too small to sell, like these Eldritch Embers, Horizons. I'm not adding them. Harbinger Orbs, I'm not adding them. I'm also not adding I guess that's it. Engineering Orbs, of course, we cannot add those. So these results, I think, are good. Noting that this is stuff that can be sold very, very easily. So total currency we got is 68 divines, well, 68.66 divines, which gives us profit in divines. It's 62 divines because we removed the 6 divines from the investment. We have the 62 divines right here. I was doing about 5 minutes a map, which gave me about 12 divines an hour, which is quite respectable. Now I do know I was lucky with the fracturing shots, as I got 2 raw orbs. I was pretty lucky here. Um, but I do think you can expect anywhere between 8 to 15 divines an hour doing Harbinger if you are doing it efficiently. Also, not to mention I was doing it on 8 mod maps. I'm not sure if that affects it. But let's take a look at the passive tree real quickly. Atlas passive tree. So I just took everything on Harbinger, and then I distributed the rest of the nodes to scarabs, and then eater of worlds, right? And then I also blocked everything because I wanted to get more of the good scarabs, but I don't think this worked, right? So I don't know if this really works as it should. As it should. You cannot drop Calgarian scarabs, but I did drop some. You cannot drop expedition scarabs. I did drop some, so that's just weird. I'm not sure how this works. Um, if someone knows, please explain it to me in the description, or maybe it's just bugged. Because if we look at this tab, I did drop Calgarian scarabs, right? Right here, I did drop them, right? So I don't know how that works. So that should be it for this video. If there's anything else that you'd like to know about Harbinger, ask in the description. If you have any advice, any tips for running Harbinger as well, you can share them in the comment section just below. It will be really helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'll be doing ambush and ambush strategy, running the ambush scarabs to see what we can get out of it. So thank you for watching. I'll leave you guys with a sample map at the end of this video if you want to see how I was running the maps, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.